a zoning concept for the humans in specific?
I'll just briefly recap it again, just in case. So, me and Dino we were talking about zoning, and we were talking about how zoning might be in that game, and discussing the idea of like using genocide shell or milky cannon, going into it and using the energy charge to regain all of your potential meter. And I was
Right.
saying that that would be kind of cracked because of how fast you can regain your potential meter, but it's possible that given the track record of Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2, how humans, male or female, was able to gain their key faster than all of the other races, it's possible that the reason why we seen the female human in the gameplay footage of today, why they regained their potential meter back so fast, was because they are human. And
Like they
other
might not get
races,
it back that quick from energy charge
right,
if they weren't a human.
right, exactly. So it might just be that good with humans, which would be the incentive to play with a human. And if that's the case, then that zoning strategy would be very good for humans and maybe just okay or decent for other races, especially considering we don't really know about the step blocking yet. Like, what's the frames on that? How does perfect blocking really work? Because me and
Right.
Opie was in here talking about how, and Dino brought it up. I think when the computer had perfect blocked the human 3 times in a row, that computer's animation for blocking didn't change one bit. Like, it stood in one place and blocked perfect blocked them 3 times in a row. So it's like,
Yeah, people thought that was a little odd.
Right, yeah. So that goes into the question of how does perfect blocking work, because that directly affects how well you can zone. If perfect blocking is really easy, zoning doesn't become as viable. But if it
Well,
takes a
did
little
we
bit of
see
skill,
if? I don't think we saw. I know we saw it for melee attacks, but we didn't see if perfect blocking key blast attacks takes away your stamina, because it currently doesn't in Xenoverse 2. Because I don't think they perfect blocked any key blast attacks in the trailer.
that's true.
Or the gameplay demo.
Yeah, but dude didn't block once actually in that demo.
Yeah, the player didn't block at all. We don't even know if they have grabs or anything right now.
That's also very true.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the human grabs is the thing.
I wonder if you grab a nigga while they're blocking. I wonder if like that does damage to their potential meter.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. If potential meter gets affected by grabs, because if that's the case, you could potentially break somebody off a grab.
Yeah.
That would be stupid.
And you can't move when you're broken either, like at all.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you can't?
No, the moment you get broken, you about to eat an attack, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's. I think Opie had said earlier, it's like, and he got this from Rhino, that it's like in the Budokai games where once you get your guard broken or whatever, you're stuck until it comes back.
In like a panting state.
Yeah, you grabbing your chest, clutching your pearls.
So no burning stamina potentially.
That is a great change. Jeez.
Facts. Yep. Tired of stamina resets.
Yep. So Holy Saint's gonna be in some big trouble.
And 3-bar builds.
Yeah, them too.
Get under.
Make those.
Yeah.
Also, stamina resetting in general just isn't going to be a thing, because boost dashing doesn't like flying around doesn't cost stamina in Xenoverse 3. That's interesting. I kind of fuck with the whole do damn, like actually land hits on people to kind of maintain your stamina. I think that's pretty cool.
If you land hits, you can also, like you just said, maintain your stamina or get higher stamina while also decreasing the opponent's stamina.
Decreasing theirs. I think that's fire, and I think that's gonna make certain moves. Well, I don't know actually. I gotta see, but depending on if it's like based on a stamina per hit thing, or like a stamina according to the damage of the move, that could make certain moves very silly. Like,
yeah, but there's also stamina
meteor crash, and then you get a bunch of.
You gotta remember.
That's gonna be a stamina defense.
Yes, there are 5 stats to stat into in Xenoverse 3 right now. At least that's what they
What are
showed
the-
so far. HP as a stat. There's key damage.
Okay.
There's melee damage. There is
Strike damage.
key defense, and there is melee defense.
Key defense?
Yes, as in like
Your stamina
potential
defense, and then
stamina
your
protection against key blast.
against key and melee.
Yep.
So that probably means male Majins are gonna inherently have better defense, and
Yeah,
you're not
that
really
might
gonna
be their
be
base
able to
stats,
take their.
yeah.
You either
What-
might not be able to take their meter down and or health down.
Depending on what the android is like,
Mm.
that could be something serious. Cause like imagine if the android got like severely reducted damage to key blast attacks, and then you could just dump your stuff into melee defense and melee. I'm excited to see what all the passives and like abilities and stuff for the classes are gonna turn out to be like.
I remember Dino brought up the Kaoshin race, and you was talking about the androids blocking and that automatically absorbing the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
don't know
would
what
be
to
so fire.
speculate about the Kaoshin race, because I'm thinking about
Yeah.
lore wise. I don't know what advantage they could have.
I feel like they just do good key damage, and then maybe like they don't get like debuffed or something. I don't know.
They're free of status effects,
Yeah, or something like that.
which, depending on how status effects work in that game, might be real powerful.
Yeah, facts.
If they gonna make it like an MMORPG, I want to be able to do more dot damage.
I think in general that's a mechanic they didn't really explore enough. I know towards the end of Xeno 2, it started to become a thing with that one Super Soul, the Frost Super Soul, because Evo Blue started to become meta, and that Super Soul basically counteracted Evo Blue. It slowed down the like super fast stamina recovery Evo Blue gives you. So it was like anti-meta almost.
I like it. Well, considering from the gameplay, active abilities, I don't know if that's going to be the same thing as a Super Soul or something, but they had like 3 on one character. It's very possible that we could stack status effects to a greater degree in the game.
Yeah, like if we could like get several buffs at the same time, we could probably get several debuffs at the same time.
Right, and there might be more debuffs to choose from, like a defense debuff.
Interesting. A defense
So you
debuff
can-
would be interesting.
You can stack poison and then speed and then defense debuff all in one. I don't know, just more options for damage over time. Like, I don't want to just do poison damage. Or if you're gonna go with the MMORPG route, let me do burn damage. Let me do
Yep.
bleed damage.
So let me do ice damage. Ice damage and slow down they potential gain.
Right,
That's
they can-
good.
they can-
That's a good one.
Yeah. They can get burn damage and like do something with that too.